So today, we're diving into a finding that might surprise you about Borderlands 4's difficulty settings. I'm going to show you why you might want to focus your legendary farming and XP farming on easy mode rather than the higher modes like Ultimate Vault Hunter 5. We went in and tested a bunch and we were very surprised by these results. And shout out to Fearless. Him and I went in and put this to the test, and we decided to farm the Splash Zone boss fight over and over again to see what the legendary drop rate would be. This is the go-to boss for testing. He's an easy kill. He does have 3 dedicated legendary drops, and he also drops everything else in the game. It's not just those 3. He'll drop everything that is a legendary. We tested this and farmed and killed him on easy mode, normal mode, hard mode, and then Vault Hunter 1 through 5. For each level of difficulty, we killed him 100 plus times and tracked every single legendary drop. You've probably seen, if you go into the game and session settings, you can set the difficulty. If you do easy, it's 20% less damage taken. Normal, it's a more balanced experience. And for hard, it says that the loot quality is increased. Then if you have access to Ultimate Vault Hunter, you can go into Ultimate Vault Hunter 1 through 5, and all it says is that the loot quality is increased, just like hard mode. It doesn't give any percentages or numbers or any indication on how much it is. And I've seen a lot of people online question this, like, okay, if it's better, how much better? And we wanted to see if it was true. Would we get more legendary drops in the higher modes? The results were very interesting. While we might expect more legendary drops, Vault Hunter 3, 4, and 5 actually gave us fewer drops than the other modes, and I'll show you the full breakdown with all the percentages. When we started testing, we weren't trying to be so ambitious, but we got in and we got committed, and we decided we're not going to walk away until we are really sure about these numbers. We really needed over 1,000 kills throughout all the modes to get that big picture to understand which mode is best. So we'll start with easy mode. We actually ran this twice with a total of 200 kills. The first 100 kills, we got so many legendary that we had to run it again to see if it was consistent. After the first 100 kills, I got 24 legendary and Fearless got 22. Now that's not astronomical numbers, but it's higher than what we were seeing from the other modes we were farming. We were thinking easy mode would not be giving a lot of legendary, but this one run gave the most out of everything we tested. With Borderlands 4, everybody gets their own loot, so I don't see what Fearless had and he doesn't see what I have. So what we did was we combined our numbers. I had 24, he had 22, so we took the average there and said, okay, this run we got 23 out of 100. And out of 100, that gives you a 23% drop rate. Then on the next 100 kills in easy mode, I got 15, he got 16, and the average there is 15.5. So we said that is a drop rate of 15.5%. Then we took the 23% drop rate from the first 100 kills and the 15.5% drop rate from the second 100 kills and averaged that out. And that equaled 19.25% drop rate. Again, this is just a small piece of the puzzle. We had to go through all the other modes to get a better idea. On easy mode, we got all his dedicated drops, obviously, and then we got a lot of the world drops. We didn't notice anything special about the drop rate from the world drops and his dedicated drops. So for normal mode, I already made a full video breakdown about this, but I farmed him 120 times and I got 22 legendary drop, which gives you a 18.33% drop rate, which is pretty close to what easy mode was. Now for hard mode, he got 19 drops. I got 20 for an average of 19.5, and out of 100, that's gonna give you a 19.5% drop rate. Now hard mode is the one that's supposed to give you increased loot quality, with this number being just a little bit higher than easy mode, and them saying that hard mode is supposed to give you better loot quality. We started to question whether or not their definition of increased loot quality had anything to do with legendary drop rate. Now moving on to Ultimate Vault Hunter Level 1. This is where you finish the game and you go do some extra missions and you enter Ultimate Vault Hunter. This also says, like hard mode, you're supposed to get increased loot quality. We actually ran this 300 times because we were not sure about these numbers. There wasn't anything changing with the legendary drops, and we ended up after 300 runs with 17.83% drop rate, meaning we got an average of 17 to 18 drops per run, which is less than the other modes that are below this. So moving on to Ultimate Vault Hunter Level 2. Again, this is supposed to be increased loot quality, and we're not seeing much of an increase, but maybe we need to get further in to the Vault Hunter modes to see some kind of change. For this one, we only did 100 runs, and I got 18 drops, and he got 19 for an average of 18.5, and 18.5 drop rate is looking very familiar. Now for Ultimate Vault Hunter level 3. This one went down. We killed him 100 times. I got 15. Fearless got 15 for a 15% drop rate. For Ultimate Vault Hunter level 4, this went down even more. I got 15 out of 100 and Fearless got 11. And we only killed him 100 times. That gave us a 13.00% drop rate. And finally, for Ultimate Vault Hunter level 5, we're thinking, okay, maybe we'll see some changes here, but we didn't. I got 15, he got 14 for an average of 14.5% drop rate. As you can see, the legendary drop rate is very similar across all difficulties. And we took all the percentages and averaged it together, and it was right at 18% for a legendary drop rate. This suggests that the higher difficulty settings don't increase your chances of getting legendary gear at all. And that is okay, and I'll show you why in a moment. And here's a big one. I know people are going to be questioning this. The gear itself isn't better just because you're playing on a higher difficulty. The only thing that affects a legendary weapon's power is its rank. That's it. You're not going to be able to go to Ultimate Vault Hunter level 5, farm legendaries, and expect to get higher DPS on the weapons, better augments, and better abilities. If you're farming on easy mode, the legendary gear you get is just as powerful as the stuff you get in Ultimate Vault Hunter 5. If you've watched my videos, you see that I run with the Vladov SMGs with the Taser underbarrel, and I got my most powerful one when I was level 50 and I was on easy mode farming /zone. This is a key difference from Borderlands 3. In that game, we had mayhem modes. When you looked at a weapon's info card, it would say mayhem 11 or 1 or whatever, and you knew the mayhem 11 version was a beast. The anointments, augments, and extra abilities were all tied to that mayhem level. And within the mayhem mode options, it told you specifically the percentage of loot quality increase. For Borderlands 4, it does say loot quality is increased, but it doesn't give any kind of percentage. And there are no Ultimate Vault Hunter level 1, 2, 3, or 5 on any of the weapons to indicate that they're stronger. So in Borderlands 4, a legendary's info card doesn't show anything about what Vault Hunter mode it was found in. Everything is exactly the same. So from a purely logical standpoint for farming, you should be playing the game on easy mode. The enemies are easier to kill, you take less damage of 20%, and you'll earn faster XP because you're killing faster. Here's another thing we tested to confirm that easy mode is better for XP. When you go up higher in the ranks on Ultimate Vault Hunter, you do get more XP. I think it maxes out at like plus 20% XP on level 5. So we use the rapid kill splash zone method where I sat here and bought the machine and Fearless killed splash zone as fast as possible. I went from 0 to 18 with one character on easy mode. It took 33 minutes. Then I took another character from 0 to 18 on Ultimate Vault Hunter 5. It took 36 minutes. I was getting 20% more XP on Ultimate Vault Hunter 5, but he took longer to kill, and he was a little more difficult. He would run around, and it was hard to target him and kill him rapidly. So even though we got less XP on easy mode, we killed him more, and we got more XP faster. So the higher you go in difficulty, the more everything just slows down. There doesn't appear to be a farming advantage to playing on these higher modes. You're not getting anything different. Also, I don't think there's any legendary gear locked behind any of the Ultimate Vault Hunter modes. You're not going to get a special legendary item on Ultimate Vault Hunter 5 that you can't also get on easy mode. If you're farming a boss like Splash Zone, he's going to be way easier to kill on easy mode. That means you can kill him faster, which means more loot, more legendary drops in the same amount of time. Now, their increased loot quality could refer to the epics or the blue or the green and less of the common. Who knows? But we're here to study legendary. We want to know if it has anything to do with legendary, and it doesn't seem to. If you're trying to help somebody level up, put it on easy mode and go rapid kill splash zone. I've seen people online say, let's go farm Ultimate Vault Hunter 5. Does anybody have it? Let's go farm it. There's really no reason for it that we've found. It's definitely fun to play for the challenge, but when it comes to loot, and farming. The numbers tell a different story. And just to back up our findings, there's someone on Reddit that ran Slash Zone on Ultimate Vault Hunter 5 1,000 times, and his overall drop rate was also around like 17 to 18%. And again, these higher modes do not make the guns better. It is the rank specifically. If you've got a rank 50 gun, it's going to be better than a lower rank, and that's the only thing that's going to make it better. But I hope this helped y'all out. I'm going to go farm the easy mode, and we'll see you next video.